Joining us now is Andrew Culver. He is following the Angelita Ruiz case today. She was found guilty of murder back on Friday. The 45-year-old could soon learn her fate about what all is expected in the punishment phase of this trial. Andrew Culver, what have you seen so far?
Absolutely. The trial is now officially finished. The jury came back with a verdict on her sentence, into which she will be in prison for 30 years and pay a $10,000 fine. And obviously, right during that moment, a lot of emotions broke out. Her now husband started crying, obviously. And of course, the family, and she had her kids and everything, and they all said their goodbyes to her in that way. And so it's been a very emotional past 20 to 30 minutes here. Uh, and so, kind of how the day started, it started out with Judge Charles talking to the jury and saying, okay, this is what's going to happen. You're going to determine a sentence and everything going on with that. Uh, and then there was closing arguments. The prosecution and the defense both had one last turn. The defense really said, one of the key things that I thought was interesting, and they says our goal was not to have her found guilty of murder, but we respect it. And now I hope you realize that 5 years is still a lot in prison. And so he advocated for a 5 year sentence. Um, and then they talked about, of course, how she's been sober during this time afterwards, how she's been on bond, and they tried to make the case that her life has been a lot better in that way. And then the prosecution got up and started stating how she bought the gun before 8 hours before shooting uh, the victim, and also in regards to how basically uh, the way her text messages. Sorry, I was trying to spit it out. I couldn't get it out. uh, that she destroyed text messages that she had. It was almost like these omissions. There was also some Snapchat photos of stuff going on as well. She destroyed his evidence as well, burning a social security card, burning other pieces of his property. And so in that way, it was kind of a referral of everything that's happened in the case. I believe this is day 5. And so all of that information got presented to the jury, and then they were deliberated. I believe that was at around 9:30-ish. And close to 3 hours later, they came back with the verdict on her sentence. And so, and like I said, it's been very emotional, of course, for Ruiz and her family here today.
Oh, sorry, I meant to pull you back up with me. Hold on one second. Let me see here. Sticky fingers today. Now, when it comes to the Huffman family, because we didn't hear a lot from them during the trial itself. Have we seen much from them since? Is there his family make an appearance in the courtroom? What's going on that side of on this trial?
That's an interesting point because I haven't seen the Huffman, because I wasn't the reporter on this beforehand. And I was kind of looking through the stuff and I was like, I haven't seen the Huffman family. And so, and as regards to the families there, I believe they were not there. However, I can't say so for certain because I don't know what they look like and whatnot too. But that's a very interesting point because most of everyone that I saw and the reactions from people and everything was the Ruiz family. And taking this in and everything. And of course, the prosecution did a good job of relaying the case from their perspective as well, from the victim's family and Huffman. And he kind of, one of his last points was that basically, remember, he is the victim in the scenario. The prosecution didn't want the defense turning around and making it seem like she was a victim of certain things as well, because she was the one being trialed, and that was kind of their argumentation advocacy point there. Uh, so yeah, the main response that we saw was really from the Ruiz family, uh, and hugging her kids and her husband. Uh, and her mom, I believe, as well. And it was a very emotional scene. Just stand by and watching. Uh, yeah.
Did you get to talk to Ruiz's family?
I tried to, but they were in a very emotional state. It was to the point where I don't even know if they even heard me because it's they
It's a
can't even
lot to
take in the
process.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, no, I did not get to speak with the family.
Okay, well, we appreciate you being there, giving us this update 30 years after a week of a trial, hearing so many details, the ins and the outs of this. Thank you so much, Andrew. We appreciate you. All right, now let's go ahead.
Absolutely.
We are